Getting your mortgage broker company license is one of the first steps towards the dream of owning your own business in the mortgage industry, owning a mortgage brokerage or company. But you know that there's more to it than just some pieces of paper and hitting a submit button. And so you're looking for guidance. The truth is, opening up your own mortgage brokerage involves literally at least 20 to 25 steps, from forming an LLC to creating your HR docs to creating a website to applying for your licensing, having your compensation agreements, and so much more. So in this video, we're going to be helping anyone with that first step who's considering opening up their own mortgage brokerage in the state of Arizona. Hi guys, I'm Megan Marsh, a real estate and mortgage broker expert and consultant with Collab Services. I have opened more mortgage brokerages than I even can count on one hand. And I've also opened with business partners, a real estate brokerage, a title company, a processing company, a commercial loan brokerage, and now a consulting and mortgage done for you brokerage in a box franchise. And I did that so that I want to help loan officers and real estate industry professionals with your first step. I want to make it so it's not as confusing, to take the overwhelm out of owning your own business. If you already took the 20-hour pre-licensing class and you've passed your NMLS exam and you have your loan originator license, you've gotten one of the biggest steps out of the way. You don't have to take another exam to get your mortgage broker company. But if you want to be the owner of your business and license, you need to apply for and open your own mortgage brokerage. And in this video, we are going to be walking through what that looks like in the state of Arizona, which I consider to be one of the more unique and complicated states. I believe that most of you will be able to get through the licensing piece, the application. It isn't rocket science. It's a little tricky at times, but if you're a loan officer, don't let your confidence in your loan origination skills downplay all the other steps that it takes to successfully open your own brokerage and do it profitably, productively, and not waste years of your life like I did. Because there's so much you have to learn to run a business. It's not just about originating loans. And if I could have had someone help me, I would have saved, we've added it up, close to $500,000. Writing your own checks is something that gave me more satisfaction in being able to make decisions. And it's why at Collab, we decided that we wanted to create a resource and a place for anyone who wants to open their own brokerage. And we created what's called the Lab. And it's a community of loan officers and mortgage broker owners and who want resources, tools, templates, training. They want the proven strategies. They want the proven ways to navigate all these steps. So if you're thinking about opening your brokerage, there's a link in the bio. If you're thinking, I'm not quite ready to open my own brokerage, so I'll come back, I'll visit this video later, I want to let you know that it's better to get ready, to have your roadmap, to be prepared so that you don't wait in case you have to pivot quickly. So if you want to join the Lab, you can go check it out with the link in the description here in this video. We also have a free licensing mini course that you will get access to. We also have a mortgage broker done for you or with you for any of you busy loan officers, or let's say you own another company in the real estate industry and you want to get this ancillary business open, but you want someone to help you do it with you. We have a perfect solution for any of you as well. You'll need to schedule a free Q&A discovery call with someone on our team, and one of our expert mortgage broker consultants will sit there, go over all the different options that can help you get your mortgage company open. Now, let's dive into a little deeper into the actual steps for getting your company approved in the state of Arizona. And the best way to do this is I'm going to take you over to my screen so I can pull the checklist up, show you where you get it, and then we'll walk through the different items that are on there. All right, loan officers who are looking to get their mortgage broker company license in the state of Arizona, this video is for you, and we are now on our screen so you can see what you need to do and how you complete the process of applying for that company license. Let's see. So what you're looking at is a page on the NMLS website where you have all the states, and you're going to be able to pull up the checklist for your state. In another video, I've done Florida, I've done Texas. So if you're in one of those states, you can go to those videos to see what is required in your state. We have some states that are unique, and Arizona is one of them. So there's the stuff that every checklist has, and then I always say there's a scale of 1 to 10 with each state. So Florida was around a 1 or a 2. Then you've got your average things that are needed, and those states fall in the 4 to 6 range. Then your hardest states like New York are in the 9 to 10 range. And then you have unique one-offs. So Arizona is one of those unique one-offs. Wisconsin is one of those unique one-offs. Let's take a look why. So how you do this is you click on your state, and when you click on your state, you're going to see a list of different company licenses you can apply for. So you want to go down and look for mortgage broker. Now, what's really interesting about Arizona is you don't need a commercial mortgage broker license to do commercial loans in almost every state, but Arizona is one that you do. Commercial mortgage banker license, commercial mortgage broker license. If you want to do commercial loans in Arizona, you've got to apply for the license. All right, mortgage broker license. You're going to hit new application, and what's going to pull up on the screen is Arizona's mortgage broker checklist, which always starts with the fee breakdown and this guide and checklist of what you need to submit. So we're going to go down and look at Arizona's checklist, and I'm going to show you what's unique that you'll need to do in Arizona and some of the different areas. So it's telling us here, Arizona is a brick and mortar state. That is unique. There are very few states that are brick and mortar states, meaning you have to have an office location to have an Arizona mortgage license. Pennsylvania, where I sit, is not a brick and mortar. So someone who lives in Arizona and started a mortgage brokerage could get a Pennsylvania license. I cannot. The company that I owned, they could not get an Arizona license unless we had someone sitting in Arizona that has an office space. So you have to file for a branch location. Arizona's brick and mortar, at least one place of business must be an Arizona residence or commercial property. If the entity's physical address is not located in Arizona, a separate branch application is required. So that means if you're applying for Arizona as your primary license, if your LLC was filed in Delaware, you have to file for a company, MU1. You have your MU2, your individual license, and you have to do the MU3 because it says if the entity's physical address is not in Arizona. So see, I question myself too. If the entity's physical address is not located in Arizona, so you are a Delaware and all of your company docs are sent to Delaware, but if your physical address for your entity is in Arizona, you wouldn't need to do that branch, which is the MU3. And then it says any additional. So after your main location, if you open other locations, you have to do a branch. Let's skip down to other trade names. So you have to submit if you are using a DBA. So if you are, the company I used to own was Moonar Mortgage LLC, but we did business as Collab Lending. You have to have a resident registered agent. So your registered agent it can be a person, or there are companies that will be registered agents for you that they do certain things throughout the year for your LLC. You have to have your bank account set up. Now it says bank account information is not required. This field can be left blank on the company form. Okay, so they don't care. And I don't know why they put it there if they don't require it. And then the responsible individual, the qualifying. So list one person who qualifies as your Arizona responsible individual. And in the qualifying individual section, which is the person whose license is going to be tied to the company, residency requirements listed below may be waived for certain qualified applicants. Please refer to the Arizona Mortgage Broker Responsible Individual Exempt Person Checklist. It's kind of like a maze sometimes with NMLS, and it's the states that do this. So qualifications for the position of the qualified individual must be a resident of Arizona. So your qualified individual has to be a resident of Arizona. A W-2 employee of the company, and an employee does not include an independent contractor, so you have to be W-2. Even if you own the company, if you have to then pay yourself a W-2 if you're going to be the qualified individual. So that means you have to file a S corp. So you need to have 3 years of experience, lending experience, in a related business during the 5 years immediately preceding when you're applying. Have satisfactorily completed a 24-hour course of study approved by the superintendent. That's interesting. I've never seen that. And you've passed the mortgage broker test, which means you have your NMLS. The responsible individual will be required to complete 12 hours of continuing ed each year relating to the mortgage industry prior to renewal. 8 hours of loan originator CE can be applied towards it. The 12-hour requirement completion certificate should be uploaded under verification of experience. And then active management means directing a licensee's activities by a responsible individual who is knowledgeable about the licensee's Arizona activities, supervises compliance, the laws enforced by the department. So they're saying this person who, if you're filing the company, they want you to have experience, they want you to be living in Arizona, but it looks like you can have somebody who manages out of state. So now they have this equivalent and related experience, which some other states have. So it's telling you the exception. If you let's say you didn't work as a loan originator, let's see if there's any other exceptions. So they can satisfy the 3 years if you're a mortgage broker, a mortgage banker, a loan officer with responsibility primarily for loans, lender branch manager, mortgage broker with a license from another state or responsible individual. So let's say you ran the company, mortgage banker with they're breaking it down. An applicant with insufficient actual experience of the types listed in subsection A may satisfy the remainder of the 3-year experience requirements by the types of related experience listed in the subsection. So the department counts each month in the following types of work experience according to the ratio listed below, or actual experience that's equivalent. So let's see, an attorney without state bar certified real estate specialty. So an attorney qualify, a paralegal with experience in real estate, a loan underwriter, a mortgage broker, a mortgage banker from another state, a real estate broker with an Arizona license or license from a state with substantially equivalent licensing requirements, or an escrow officer. So that means for any real estate brokers out there, if you want to add mortgage to your business, you can do that if you have an Arizona license and have had that license in the past 5 years, at least 3 years of the last 5 years. And you can see the list keeps going on. So that means you don't have to have a loan originator to do this. You can do the filings. The verification of experience, they're asking you to verify. And then they want you to have a criminal background check. And it says down here, direct owners and officers. If you had your credit pulled in the last 12 months, you're exempt. All individuals who hold 20% or more of the voting shares. So if you own 10% of a mortgage brokerage, you don't have to get your criminal background check. But anything above 20% needs to do that. Then disclosure questions. So when you go through the MU1, anything that you say yes to, you have to give explanation for. They want financial statements. Net worth requirement must be solvent as defined under this. So that's saying Arizona has a net worth requirement. Let's see what Arizona's net worth requirement is. Some states have no net worth requirement. Arizona, it's going to tell us under here how much their net worth requirement is. So let's take a quick look, see if we can find it on this nice long sheet. All right, so I did look, I went to this page, insolvent. So they don't actually have a net worth requirement, but you can't be upside down, meaning they want your financial statements. And on other states, we have put this as a new company. There are no financial statements yet. You can try and see if that works. Now, it does say not applicable. So it appears that if you are new, you actually do not have to do that. So you can check it and move along. If you are applying for Arizona and you already have a mortgage company, then you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do this. And they want to make sure that your balance sheet, you at least are $1, that you're solvent if you ever had to close down. They want your formation documents for when you formed your business entity. They want your surety bond. They tell you the amount of the surety bond that you need to obtain. They want a loan originator surety bond. A mortgage broker shall provide a surety bond. And so I am looking here. they want to make sure that the surety bond, it looks like to me that each loan originator shall have a surety bond as well. That's interesting. That is unique. And then for sole proprietors, you have to do a personal financial statement. So sole proprietor, you could ask your attorney when you filed your LLC. If it's just you and you're a certain type of LLC, that's what would determine if you're a sole proprietor. S corps and C corps, you're not a sole proprietor. Then documentation of citizenship or alien status for sole proprietors only. A business plan, a management chart, an organizational chart stating who is responsible for which activities, and then they have a notice down here. So that is the checklist for Arizona. You've heard me say some of the unique things. I've compared it to if you went and watched my Florida. Florida does not have any of those things. It literally almost has nothing on their checklist besides filling out your MU1 and picking your principal and doing a background check. So that's why I would say Arizona is like a 7 or an 8. It's not the same. New York's probably the hardest. But hopefully for any of you, you can get through the checklist. If you are looking for help on applying for your Arizona license, and you're opening a new company, licensing is one step. It is one of 20 things, because once you get approved, you have so much work to do to get your company open. The licensing part isn't rocket science. It's just a little tricky sometimes. But once you get your company opened, then you have to sign up for DU and LP and GUS, and you have to get your VA logins, and you have to connect everything to the systems. What systems are you going to pick? Can you connect them all together through automation? Over the last 10 years, it cost us probably $20,000, $30,000 to get these things figured out. If you don't want to go through that and you would like some guidance, then we put a link down below to the lab, which is our community of other mortgage broker owners. And you can go in there and will have access to our full course, which takes you from filing your company to getting licensed to opening, organizing your company, the activities you need to do, how to get your marketing set up, all the other things that will help you be successful. It will definitely shave off some of the time. If you would rather have like a brokerage in a box, then schedule a time to talk to our team. We have a done with you and done for you model where you own the company 100%, but we can help you. We would love to talk to you about that. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe, the follow. We are coming out with more videos every week about growing your real estate and mortgage business, adding business loans, commercial loans, all those other things that help you have a more multidimensional company where you compound your success. I'm Megan Marsh, and I will see you guys in the next video.